we'll roll that over into next week so that we can get you started in this,
a little bit of action.
scenario.
Get them hooked.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
All right, we're gonna continue. We're gonna do it.
Let's do this.
So you are all meeting at Numian's Inn and Tavern in the port city of Balkoth in the kingdom of Regnum Sapientium under the reign of Arturius, a.k.a. King Arthur. Some of you have been here longer than others. You're all waiting in the tavern. You're all waiting for the same person. You all have recognized each other. You may or may not have migrated to each other at a single table, or you may be noticing each other but staying in separate parts of the room. You see each other but you all three have seen each other and acknowledge each other. It's a very busy tavern and inn. It is nighttime. You hear everyone is talking about a threatening armada and forces building from Mordred across the sea. Recently, a portion of the Dread Armada was heard to be heading from near southern islands, heading this way. The port has been in a panic as sailors and travelers try to scramble to leave. But in the last few days, a thick fog rolled in, blocking visibility to only a mere 20 or 30 feet, making sailing, even just out of the harbor, extremely perilous. The sailors have been waiting for the fog to break, but a few ships here and there have dared to go off into the mists, and it's unknown what their fate was. Last night, a sailor trying to leave turned back and barely returned to report that an armada of ships has encircled the port about a half-mile out to sea. A thick wall of dark ships, and not a single ship has been able to leave since. Could it be Mordred's forces have indeed arrived? So all this conversation is happening in the tavern. Some people are going, oh, no, that's not what's happening. It's just people seeing ghosts in the dark and such. Once the fog clears and the next, wind comes in, everything will be fine. It's just wives' tales, all these things going on. But you're not so certain. Each of you are waiting for a specific individual known only as Torshalon. You've been told to look for him. He will find you in this tavern at around this time, and that you would know him when he arrives. He is a representative of a lord of great power, but unknown name. And again, each of you have a background reason for coming here. In return for resolving some of your specific needs, you will be expected to accomplish a small favor for Torshalon's lord. And so you've been waiting. Some of you have been waiting for weeks. Some of you may have only just arrived. It's starting to get a little late, coming around 10 o'clock or so at night. Tavern started to thin out a little bit. A few people passed out on the bar, a couple other tables in the corner, but there's still about 20 or so people. You hear outside the cloppity-clop of a number of horses coming to a stop. You hear the swinging of a door and light footsteps, and the tavern door swings open. You can see the thick fog behind, lit by the city oil lamps. And a slight fellow dressed in white on white with fine blue filigree comes in holding a kerchief over his nose. And he looks around, sees an empty table, and avoiding contact with any of the chairs or tables, goes and sits down with his back and looks around with the kerchief over his nose, looking expectant. The barkeep sees him and rolls his eyes, goes over and, reaching up to an upper shelf, takes a crystal glass down that's actually cleaner than pretty much anything else you've seen here, dusts it off with a clean rag instead of the well-used rag he's been using for everything else, and then draws some vintage of wine from one of the nicer casks and quickly goes over and sets that in front of him and leaves without a word. What do you do? Jay?
I think I'm going to go and introduce myself again to
Torchelon?
Torchelon.
So you get up to go walk. Oh, no, to him. You're going to walk
Yeah.
over to him.
I'm
Okay.
going to go over to him. And ask
What do
him
you do?
What he's doing here.
You're asking me?
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
we haven't
no,
seen
I want to hear the voice. I want to hear the voice.
What's your name again? I can't remember.
What? We're friends.
I have it written down. Hold on. I have it written down.
Teldril.
Yeah. Hello, Teldril. It's me, Leonidas. What brings you here?
Same thing that brings you here.
You're here to meet Teldril.
Oh, his name is out of character. His name is Torchelon.
Torchelon. You're here to meet Torchelon.
Isn't it
You see
obvious?
These two meeting. What do you do? Anything? You also see the fellow in white waiting.
I order another beer.
All right. Barkeep comes over and 2 copper.
All right.
So shall we go over there and introduce ourselves?
You go. I'll watch from behind.
And you're quite certain this Torchelon is the fellow you're looking for.
I want
Will.
to try. Can I Can I try to insight this?
Certainly.
How does that work?
So there will be a certain number you need to exceed. Let's say a 15 is a pretty standard difficulty check number to exceed.
Okay.
And you're going to want to roll the d20 and then add, since that's going to be a wisdom bonus, add your wisdom bonus.
3.
Right? And since you have it selected, it's actually advantage, so you get to roll the d20 twice or roll 2 of them. Pick the better of the 2 rolls and give the total. And then I'll tell you if that succeeds or not by various things. Okay.
17.
So what's your total? Of the higher of the 2?
The 17.
No. What? Is that
Plus
a
3.
Oh, is that a 16?
That's a 16,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
fine, 18. Okay. Right. So what's your total?
So is it 17 plus the 3?
Correct.
On the wisdom roll? So
you're
20.
20. All right. So you definitely intuit that this fellow in white is definitely the person you're waiting for as a contact. You get the feeling he's rather anxious and nervous. He's trying to keep an outward calm of uncaring indifference and arrogance, but you see him a slight shaking to him as though he's filled with great fear.
I'm out of character. I'm bad Okay.
So you want to out of character?
So
You want to send the most intimidating creature in this freaking building right now? It's that's most hated.
No, I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do it.
So why don't I sit here and wait for you to come back? I'll watch your
Now,
back.
again, you are waiting for this person as well. I mean, this is the person you've been waiting for. However
Kind
long
of
you've been waiting.
observing,
All right.
waiting to see if
Getting drunk.
I'm really. I'm not sure yet. I'm
All right.
a little nonchalant about.
Okay, so you two are
Not yet.
discussing amongst yourselves. You go to him. No, you go to him. I don't want to.
So I think for my character,
Mm-hmm.
I think I want to slip behind him, and then
He has his back to the wall.
Oh, he has- oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he intentionally sat where he could see everything.
so approach him.
Okay.
I would say approach him calmly.
Over his handkerchief and the little glass of wine, he sets it down and looks up at you. Yes, what can I do for you?
Let's see here. It's French. I'm gonna
I'm so
say
disgusted with that accent.
Torchelon.
Yes, but you do know who I am, of course.
I'm here to meet you.
And you are?
Teldrit.
Ah, indeed. Have a seat. I'm waiting for others to arrive.
They are here.
Then they need to present themselves, because if they are too fearful to present themselves to me, they'll be useless to my lord.
Out of character, go ahead and wave him over, I guess.
If
Well, you
wish.
don't know me though. That I'm waiting for this guy at this point.
You just know you recognize him. You don't know what he's here
Yeah.
for.
I'll wave Jay over. Oh, I can intuit who it is.
No, you recognize him.
Oh, okay,
But
so
you
I-
don't know. You
What he's
just
here
know
for.
he's
You
here.
and I,
Yeah.
you just don't know.
Yeah.
I
You should
over
wit. You should wit smart this guy.
What are you
at
talking
this
about?
point
Just in
because
case
I'm
it's a trap.
listening. I overhear that he's introduced himself as the.
Yeah, he's
correct-
not being overly discreet, so it's easy to
Okay,
hear.
so I've overheard that is who I'm waiting for, and I approach,
Okay.
introducing myself. I'm
So you
Petrus.
walk up as well?
Yes.
Okay, what do you do, Jay?
I'm just gonna sit back and watch. I'm watching. I'm the overseer.
Even as he's waved you.
Well,
over?
he said he's gonna wait for everyone. So
Does he know that he's waiting for me too?
All you know is he's waved for you to come over. You know you were supposed to meet with
Okay.
him for your
All right,
specific
I'll go
purposes.
over and I'll stand over.
Okay.
You're not gonna
Stay
sit.
standing.
So he looks up at you and says, "Please have a seat. I don't need a kink in my neck." And he names you because you're unmistakable in your bulk.
I just grind my teeth and sit down.
And you?
Yes, I'm Petrus. Would you like?
Petrus, have a seat, please.
Of course. Oh, keep another round for the table.
No. There will not be time for that.
Well then,
Each of
always time for
you
a drink.
have contacted me for your various reasons, and you have agreed that in return for the information you seek, you will do my lord a favor. This is the favor my lord asks you. Get out of the country as fast as you can. And on the way, avoid capture at all costs. Take this, and he presents a sealed ivory scroll case. Just holds it in the middle of the table for any of you
Is
to
there
grab
actually
that
something?
wishes.
I'll take it.
Yes, you're.
You must go to a small farming village in Kasanak to the north, and look in on the health and well-being of the Lady Dronera.
The lady who? The lady who?
Dronera.
Spell that for me.
As though you would understand how to write it down. The village is at the feet just west of the Dragonspine Mountains. Give her that ivory case, and then follow her instructions after she opens it. After this, you will have paid your debt to my lord, and he will meet each of your needs as you have asked.
So let me get this straight. All we have to do is deliver this and meet this girl, and then our debt is fulfilled.
Clint Eastwood. That's cool. That's work. That's fine.
Listen here.
Yes, that is all you have to do. But you must hurry and get into the carriage waiting outside. The forces of the Dark One are gathering, and it will not be long when you must leave quickly. Gather up your gear. I will wait for you in the carriage. I will wait no longer. He quickly takes the wine, scarfs it down, gets up, and flits his way quickly, mincing his way out, weaving through the tables and towards the door,
As I've decided.
without waiting for another word from any of you.
As I've decided not to stay in this particular inn for the night, at least, I easily gather up my things and
Okay.
follow him out the door quickly.
All right. Outside is an ornate double-length carriage. Yes.
Before out of character. Before we leave, I look at him and I say, I don't trust this character. There's a bad feeling. Feels like a trap.
He hasn't done anything wrong
Flint
yet.
Westwood.
All right. Let's make sure our weapons are ready.
Let's go.
Okay.
So we go.
So you're out there first, and when you come out, and so you see this gorgeous double-length carriage with servants with two sets of little steps going up with the doors open. So there's actually two entries into it, pulled by four horses, and an ornate filigree everywhere. There are also two servants sitting on the back, and of course two drivers up on the front, one driver and one aide. He has jumped into the front one and is gesturing quickly. Meanwhile, you hear in the background the sound of drums beating. Boom, ba-da-dum, boom, ba-da-dum, boom. Boom, ba-da-dum, boom, ba-da-dum, boom. And at first you're not certain, but you think you also hear screams faint in the distance. The fog is muffling much of it.
Yeah, I jump in that carriage quick. I jump in quick, holding tightly to all of my things.
You're certain now of the drums. The drumming sound is getting louder.
So let's go in. Let's go. So we go.
Okay. You hop into the carriage. You can, just as the servants are closing the doors and lifting the steps and closing the doors and climbing up, you can hear unmistakably just down the street behind you the tramp of heavily booted feet, and just make out in the foggy light, the entire, from edge to edge of the street, a line of what looks like armored figures marching up the street towards you from the opposite direction that you're facing.
Oh, dang. So we're pretty much
So-
sitting backwards, looking behind us as we.
Well, as you were climbing in and looking through the
Oh,
windows, you can
gotcha.
see that.
Wow.
And that's where we'll leave it.
Oh, snap.
Because it's just after midnight.
Oh, man, that's a good one.
You can't do that to us.
It's beautiful.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that concludes
The first session.
our first session of Dungeons and Dragons here on the Spartan Show. We still need a name for this campaign.
Give us a name for these sessions.
Yeah, if you feel like you want to name what we're doing here every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, shoot a message
Because
to us. here on
Tabletop
Twitter.
Tuesday's already taken.
Yeah, Tabletop Tuesday is taken, so we need a new name.
Broke.
Just message us on right here on Twitch at The Spartan Show, or tweet it to us at twitter.com/The Spartan Show. Don't forget to follow us here on Twitch. Follow us on twitter.com/The Spartan Show to know when we're going live next, which is going to be Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Well, with this, we're going to be live Saturday as well.
Oh, yeah, you have all your other shows,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, we have more shows, so if you're following, the next time you'll see us, I'll probably...
Thursday. Well, we'll do Throwback Thursday.
Today's Tuesday. So I got some Let's Plays throughout the week. You'll be able to catch me doing some Let's Plays. You can shoot
But we'll be right back here doing the same thing
every Tuesday. Let's talk
8
about this show.
p.m.
But then you can catch the talk show on Saturday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we're going to be talking with some developers and just talking game culture, basically. If you like what you see and you want to support us, we also have a Patreon at patreon.com/The Spartan Show. And we'll soon be getting Hawke's donation link up.
Okay.
We don't have it up yet, but if you just tune back to our Twitch profile, you'll see it there. It'll say help support our DM Hawke, and you'll be able to support him directly. So
Thank you.
that'll be a way you can.
And if you're interested in the research I'm doing on using role-playing games for therapeutic and educational benefits, be sure to check out rpgresearch.com. And there's also links there for Twitter, Facebook, etc. to follow that research. And then for this campaign, you can find more information on SpokaneRPG.com. That's SPOKNE RPG.com. And it's the Worlds of Beirut. And you can follow that, and there'll be maps and other background information and adventure logs, etc.
This was fun.
It was good. It was a lot of fun. I really liked
Yeah.
it.
Even though it was work.
It was a little bit of work,
The creation process.
but we're there. We're there. So thank you, everybody. Have a good day. I'll probably see you tomorrow if you guys shoot back in here.
Have a good day. Whatever.
Wherever you may be well. Namarie.
To all of our awesome followers in Australia, happy Australia Day.
Good
I know
day.
It was like late, but whatever.
Oh, definitely. So thank you guys so much.
Even the king allows himself to hope for more than glory. Such mad hope. Uniting the gaming community at last with controversial video game topics. News, reviews, previews, and interviews. This is The Spartan Show.